I am starting the vlog. My hair's getting ready to come down, hence why I am currently in a robe and sitting in front of my vanity with the lighting. Yeah. Anyway, hello people of the YouTube world and all who are watching this. I am Mackenzie91K. In today's video, we are going to be doing a 24-hour readathon. I had so much fun filming the 24-hour readathon last time, so we're doing it again. And yes, it is also Katie's readathon with her Patreon people. And yes, I am joining. Yeah, I thought we would talk for a minute while I take my hair down. So, like I said, it is the quarterly readathon day that Katie does with her Patreon. I am a member of that Patreon, so we are going to be joining that today. I love doing these readathons. I think that they are so fun. Oh no, that did not curl properly. I think we can salvage this side. Let me take this top roller down and then we'll talk. So let's talk TBR plans for the day. So my plans are as follows. We have 3 books that I plan on reading in this TBR. We also have a manga that we might be reading, which we can add that to the stack. First up, we have Clockwork Prince. This is the second book in the Infernal Devices series by Cassandra Clare. I almost said by Sarah J. Maas. Incorrect. I have not started this book yet, but I do want to pick it up because I read Clockwork Angel back in January and I really adored it. It was so fun. I'm not gonna lie, the first little bit was real slow, but then it picked up and I was like, yes. And then the romance kicked in and I was also like, yes. So that's on the TBR for today. I'm really in for a broody. I need a broody man, and one of these men in here is definitely broody, and I'm not gonna tell you which one, but I'm really needing a broody man today. Also, we have Check and Mate by Allie Hazelwood. This is Katie's book club pick of the month, and I am really excited for this book. As you guys know, I've talked about Allie Hazelwood a little bit before, but as you guys know, I'm not the biggest Allie Hazelwood fan, so we will see if I like this because this is her first young adult book, but I've heard it's not really even young adult because they still talk about some adult topics. So this is what is on the plan as well. This one is about chess, as you guys can see per the title. I'm not the biggest chess player either, but I do occasionally play chess. I don't play it like, I don't go out of my way to play it, but when I want to play it, I'll play it. So I don't also really know the rules of chess. I don't do a lot with chess. So this may be interesting. We'll see how I like this. And then we have One for My Enemy by Olive E. Blake. This book is scary to me. So this is actually the book that Katie and I are buddy reading currently. I am so nervous to read this. I don't know why. I've tried to read The Atlas 6 before by Olive E. Blake. I don't necessarily know how I feel about Olive E. Blake because I did not end up liking The Atlas 6. I DNF'd it. I have plans to come and pick it up again, but I do want to read One for My Enemy. This is a Romeo and Juliet retelling in modern day Manhattan, and these people are witches. And also Lauren Roberts, who, if you guys don't know, wrote my favorite book of last year, Powerless. She adores Olive E. Blake, and I feel like I need to give her a chance because of Lauren. So we shall see. I don't know really how much I'm going to get through this one today because I think we may start with Clockwork Prince because the ending of Clockwork Angel was a little jarring. I'm real nervous about this book. Oh, and also the manga that I have Spy Family Volume 3. I really enjoy mixing up like what forms of media that I'm reading. So I think we're gonna start with Clockwork Prince, and then we may try to plow through this. I don't know. We'll see, because this is a thicker book. I think it's almost 500 pages or something. We'll see what I end up picking, but for now I think I want to pick up Clockwork Prince. I could pick up Check and Mate or this first. I mean, these may be easier to start with than the two fantasies. Might be a little crooked, but fine by me, because it was a hard feat to balance. I do have some updates. We're currently like a few hours into sprints at this point, so I do have a few updates on a couple of different things. So the first thing that I wanted to talk about is I wanted to talk about some books that I actually finished earlier this morning. So I mean, we could technically say that the readathon for me started at like midnight last night, because I stayed up and I binged not only The Ballad of Never After, but also A Curse for True Love, and I wanted to talk about them. I just have some thoughts on these books, and I'm wanting to talk about it with somebody. I had read Once Upon a Broken Heart, I believe January of last year, and I wanted to save The Ballad of Never After until later on, because at that point A Curse for True Love wasn't supposed to be coming out until like later. So I was like, oh my goodness, I'm gonna save it, we're gonna read it later. So I did. Then I completely forgot anything that happened in Once Upon a Broken Heart, but I decided to pick up Ballad anyway, and I picked up Ballad in October, was preparing to pick up A Curse for True Love like not long after. I ended up softing DNFing this book at like 30% of the way through. I didn't really love the beginning. I thought that it was really drug out. If you guys read Ballad, I'm not going to go into specifics because of course I don't want to spoil anything for anybody if you're planning on reading it. I feel like we took forever to get to what the main point of that book was. I thought that the first like 50% of the book was so boring, and I was so sad because I loved Once Upon a Broken Heart. I gave it like a 4-star, I believe. Once we got past the 50% mark, it rocked. It completely rocked my world. There was this character in here, and my mind was blown. I am obsessed with one of the main guy characters in here. I love me a brooding man who's like, I'm the villain. Sorry. That's what this book was. And then we get into A Curse for True Love, and I heard so many people say that they didn't like A Curse for True Love, which shocked me because I feel like I read it, like I picked it up directly after Ballad, and I feel like Ballad could have been better if it was honestly 50 pages shorter. But this book, don't get me wrong, I was also skimming it a little bit, especially because this is a multiple POV book and it's in third person, which is so interesting to me how they do the third person, what is it? Third person omniscient? I guess that's correct terminology. I don't really know. I honestly liked this one a bit more than this one. I think Once Upon a Broken Heart is definitely my favorite of the series, but I definitely think that it goes Once Upon a Broken Heart, The Ballad of Never After, and then A Curse for True Love. I think that is my ranking system as far as my favorites go. I really liked the character development that we had seen from a certain character. The scenes that you get with one character in specific, there were minimal, but wow. And that's all I'm gonna say about Ballad and A Curse for True Love, because I just wanted to bring those up because I was absolutely enamored by these books and they rocked my world. It's not a 5-star series for me. Would I see myself reading this again in the future? Yes. Love them. Okay, now let's get back into the books that I am reading in the readathon. I'm currently reading Check and Mate by Ali Hazelwood. I am currently on chapter 5, and here are my initial thoughts. This book is about a girl named Mallory, and Mallory quit chess. From what I have gathered so far is she's really good at chess, and she quit, and we don't really know why she quit. One day, one of her friends, I think her friend is named Easton comes along and is like, hey, I'm short a person for this charity tournament. Would you please participate in this charity tournament so I can have a full team? And for whatever reason, Mallory's like, no, I quit chess so long ago. I don't want to be in the chess world. No thanks. Easton does end up convincing her. She goes and she wins against this top man. His name is Nolan. She wins against him in this tournament, and now I am to a part where she gets offered to play chess for money, and she's also going through a lot of like family struggles. She has to like provide for her family, and she's working. I don't really have any valid thoughts on Mallory yet because I feel like we are just now like getting into her character. Nolan, I don't really have any thoughts about him either. He kind of seems a little cocky. So we've only seen him like 2 times in these past like 40 pages. So far, this book feels like a 3.5 star. That is subject to change because I think I'm going to end up enjoying this book. The only issues that I'm having so far is the pop culture references and the social media references. I hate it in a book when they mention like TikTok, because I feel like that just like brings me out and into the real world, and like them having social media is fine, especially in a book like this. Like her having social media, fine, whatever, but it's just the fact that Ali Hazelwood has decided to mention a real platform in real time. Not my vibe, but okay. And then people like Billie Eilish has been mentioned, Timothée Chalamet's been mentioned, Harry Styles has been mentioned. I kind of like to read my books as like, you know, I'm in another world. So it's just, it's sometimes very jarring for them to mention like pop culture references, even some memes that are like viral memes. So far plot wise, it's interesting. I want to see her go and like mop the floor with Nolan again multiple times. I'm gonna continue reading Check and Mate. I'll check in with you guys when I have another sizable update. Quite literally just wanted to come on here and say that both Mallory and Nolan and Check and Mate are left-handed. I know that's like not significant, but I don't think I have ever read a book about a left-handed person. I feel so seen. I finished Check and Mate by Ali Hazelwood. Honestly, I kind of feel like maybe my favorite Ali Hazelwood book so far. Is that a little far-fetched? Maybe. I really like this book. I'm trying to form coherent thoughts. This book was really good. I have some thoughts about the age rating. I don't really know if I would have considered this a YA book. This to me felt like more of a closed door new adult romance. And if you guys don't know what a closed door romance is, that pretty much just means any explicit content is not on the page, but you can like assume that it happened and they talk about it happening, but you don't get the details. You don't get the explicitness of a adult book. I really wish that we would have gotten some more of Mallory and Nolan together. I feel like what we got of them was really good, but I do wish we got a little bit more. Right now, I feel like this book is going to be a solid 4-star book. I really like the dynamic between the two. Felt like it took a while to get Nolan there, and then once we got Nolan there, it was like, that's it, we're done. It was a fun read. It definitely took me a while to get through, which romances normally don't take me so long to get through, but I started reading this book at like 1 and it's 5 and I'm just now finishing it. Now what we're going to do is I'm going to take a mini break from reading, because I feel like for the past while I have been doing nothing but reading, especially with me reading The Ballad of Never After and A Curse for True Love back to back last night. I feel like I need a break. Sprints pick back up with Katie at 7 my time, so we're gonna be joining back the sprint. So I think I'm gonna pick up another book before then, but I don't really know what I want to pick up next, because I do want to get some progress in One for My Enemy, and I need to just read it. I don't know why I'm so terrified of that book, but I need to read it. And then I don't know if I want to put it off and it will be the very last book of the readathon, because I definitely think I can finish another book tonight. So that may be the plans. I don't know.
But I don't know.
So I've decided to put a pin in One for My Enemy by Olivia Blake for now. I just don't think it's the vibe. From what I can remember from the Atlas 6, Olivia Blake's writing is really flowery, and I just don't know if the flowery vibe is the vibe for right now. I really want to read Clockwork Prince, so I think that's what I'm gonna do. I'm really excited for this book. We're doing it. We're gonna read Clockwork Prince. There's a lot of stuff going down, and honestly, low-key, I kind of need a recap on what happened at the very end of this book, of the first book. So I hope it gives me a recap, because genuinely I don't remember at all. So we're gonna read this book instead of One for My Enemy, and this I'm really excited for, so let's get into it. Hello everybody. It has been a couple hours since I updated you. I am currently coming to y'all with an update. I am getting ready for bed because I don't know what the rest of my plans are going to be tonight, but they are going to include not doing a whole lot because I am sleepy. So I changed to Clockwork Prince and I am really enjoying this book. It is so fun so far. I really think that this book, depending on how it goes, could potentially be a very, very high 4-star and maybe even a 5-star just because I love it so much. It is literally putting me through all the emotions right now. I'm angry, I'm upset, I'm happy, I'm confused. I'm just all of the emotions right now reading this book. So during the sprints, Katie had done some more sprints, so I decided to join and read a little bit more, and I'm now currently on chapter 10, page 208. So I've made pretty decent progress in this book. I like to think that I'm going to stay up and finish this book, but I don't necessarily know if that's gonna happen. I think I will update you all in the morning. I probably won't film anything else tonight, but I will update you guys in the morning, probably on my either final thoughts or more thoughts. We'll see. Maybe I'll film before the sprint, maybe I'll film after. Who knows?
Woke up wanting you beside me. I don't know what else to say. Ain't no particular reason, just hit by your wave. Maybe I'll grab a cup of coffee.
Hello everybody, good morning. It is the next morning. Did I update you guys last night on Clockwork Prince? I think I did, but I think I got further than what I updated you all on, so I'm still enjoying it. I don't want to give away too much because it is the second book in a series. Also, fiance's here. Say hi, fiance. Anyway, he's here. I want to cover him with the book. I'm planning on finishing it this morning. I do believe we're doing another round of sprints, I believe. So I'm planning on finishing it then. And I am so excited to get to the ending of this book because things are happening that I do not appreciate. So I think I can finish this morning for sure. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to finish this book. We might have time to finish Spy Family before the 24 hours are up. So I think that's the plans this morning, and I am ready to get back into Clockwork Prince. Hello everybody. It has been a few days since we last spoke, but I am here to wrap up the vlog, so that's what we doing. So in this video we managed to fully read 2 books and we started another book. So let's talk about the book that I started first. I started One for My Enemy by Olivia Blake. I have decided that I want to, actually, since we last spoke, I actually have started it on audio and I do plan to continue it on audio. I think that will be the best way to consume it. So that's what we doing. And then I finished 2 books. The first book that I finished was Check and Make by Allie Hazelwood. I think I ended up giving this book 4 out of 5 stars. I really did enjoy this book. It was so cute. I kind of went into a tangent about it already, so I'm not gonna spend too much time on it, but you guys have seen the previous clips. You know how I feel about Chicken Mate. So I did really enjoy this book. I think this is my favorite Allie Hazel. I think this is my favorite Allie Hazelwood book. Definitely a good read. Had a little bit of issues with it, but it was so good. And then I read Clockwork Prince by Cassandra Clare, and oh, this book was just so good for so many reasons. I think I am going to settle on a 4.75 star rating. So if I were to rate it on Goodreads, I would give it 5 stars. So I thought that it was just so good, and the romance in it was gut-wrenching, and the things that develop with a certain character, it just made me want to scream. I cannot wait to read the final book in the series, which we may be picking up in the next vlog. Who knows? But it was just so good, and it was definitely one of my new favorites. So that concludes the readathon. I hope you guys enjoyed it. Thank you guys so much for watching this video. Comment down below what books you guys are planning on reading in 2024. I think this is going to be my first video back, so hi, I'm coming back slowly but surely. I think the next video that you guys are going to see is a huge book haul, so get prepared for that because we're going to do a huge book haul. I think I had like 30 books or something I've been collecting. So also don't forget to click the like button down below. It helps out the channel and I would greatly appreciate it. Also be sure to subscribe and tap that notification bell. I need to share this because I have not shared it with you all, which is like insanity to me, but I also got engaged over the time that I was gone. Like in between Vlogmas and now, I got engaged. So stay tuned. There's gonna be some wedding content, which is gonna be so fun, and I cannot wait to start filming those videos. I'm so excited. That is the end of this video. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will